Hello, everybody. This is the Sheffield United way match reaction to our 5-1 defeat away at Newcastle, which has confirmed our relegation. This is the Championship Sheffield United way. And yeah, it's just, look, it's been coming and we've gone down exactly the same way that we have spent the entire season. We've confirmed our relegation with a performance that pretty much sums up the rest of the season. There are moments I can talk about, and we'll come to it. We'll go through the game. We'll talk about where United started quite well, where for a little while you thought, yeah, we've gone ahead. We're doing all right here. We're competitive. And then same stuff, exactly the same stuff we see week after week. Mentally, we have chucked the towel in. We've completely and utterly given up, and we've let Newcastle just walk through us time after time after time. And then, even though we're dead and buried, even though we are completely and utterly in the ground, relegated with nothing else to play for, VAR still decides that we're not allowed to have even a tiny bit of fun and takes away what I think might be the most obvious penalty that we could have been given all season. I'm trying to be angry about it, but to be honest, I'm just numb at this point because we have 100% deserved what we got today. I think first half we were fine. Second half we just got battered. We got absolutely battered, and we've got what we deserved back in the Championship. It'll be more fun. We'll not have to deal with VAR. We're going to at least be competitive. We've got to be better than this, because if this is what we've become, then my God. But it will be better. Relegation next season will be better. Let's talk about how today's game actually went, because for the first half an hour, United were good. United actually started this game really, really well. I think we did everything that we've not done all season. And if that's the blueprint, if we say the first 30 minutes of today's game is the blueprint for what we want next season, for the players we're going to try and recruit, for the style of football we're going to play, then there is something there that we can hang our hats on and we can say, yes, that's what we want Sheffield United to be. Because from the first minute, we were pressing them high. We caused them problems. When we had the ball, we had a plan. We knew where we were going to play. We recycled it well. We managed to get our players forward into advanced positions. We had Anel coming out of defence. He played a fantastic pass at one point to give Brereton Diaz a chance where he goes round the keeper, doesn't finish. We actually... yeah, everything that we want to see from Sheffield United, everything we want us to be next season was there in the first 30 minutes. We scored a really nice goal, I thought. You know, our corners have been ineffective all season. We've not been able to really create anything from them. We've not been dangerous. We've got some really big lads. We've got some of the best goal-scoring defenders from the Championship last season playing for us, and we've just not used them at all to create anything from corners. So it was brilliant to see us have an actual routine that worked out for us today. You know, we took it short. We got it to Harmer, who is our best crosser of the ball. He's whipped it to the back post, and it's a fantastic goal. Really good cross. Anel attacks it. We were 1-0 up, and you know what? We fully deserved it because we were just limiting Newcastle. They weren't creating anything against us, and we could have gone 2 up. We could have even potentially gone 3 up. That's being greedy. They were half chances, but they were things that were actually showing that we were doing well. We were pushing forward. Archer on the break immediately after our goal. We got Archer away on the break. I think we got them 3-on-2. There's an option to pass to Brereton Diaz, and he takes the shot on instead. It's not a really good shot. It's blocked. It goes out for a corner. And it's that decision-making that let us down in a couple of moments. I've already referenced that fantastic chance Brereton Diaz had where he gets played in by Anel, goes round the keeper, just scuffs his shot, can't get it in. And I think it's Dan Burn manages to get in, knock it away. Brereton Diaz had another one, again, another Dan Burn block. It felt as though there were goals for United today. We'd got a vulnerable Newcastle. They have been sort of running hot and cold all season. They've got a lot of injuries, and we were really on them. First 30 minutes, really punishing them, but we ran out of steam. I don't know what's wrong with our fitness, but it's just cutting us down week after week, every single time. 30 minutes, they then score. And they scored a really, really good goal. Let's not get it wrong here. I'm down on United. Let's not pretend I'm not. But they score a fantastic goal to get back in the game when we are well on top. You know, we give him a bit of time with the defender, but he plays just a fantastic through ball. The weight of pass, where he gets it to go around our defenders. It's a beautiful ball for a run from Isaac that, he runs offside, cuts back inside to make sure he's just in line, then goes again. And it's a beautiful finish across Wes. So we were 1-1, and it was a little bit harsh on us. I thought we deserved to potentially be ahead because I thought we'd been the better team. And so we get to half-time, we've been competitive, we maybe should be ahead. You're thinking, yeah, let's go on. Let's show everybody what we're about. Let's see if we can put relegation off for another week. Nope. No, I don't think so. Not this team, because obviously if you've played well for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, they're knackered. They've got no legs left. They can't run. They can't do anything. They're not mentally ready to compete. And they're going to let the other team just walk through you to create chance after chance after chance. There is one player for United today. There is one player who can come out with a little bit of pride, with his head held high. That's Wes Foderingham. Like he did against Man U in midweek, he made some really good saves today, I thought. He made one really good one down low from Isak to stop him getting his hat-trick. He made one in the first half from Lewis Hall, again, getting down low on the other side, just keeping it out. I mean, he was pushing him away, stopping the pressure, but ultimately, don't matter how good your goalkeeper is or how well he's playing at the moment, it's not making any difference whatsoever because we just gave up. As soon as it went 2-1 to Newcastle, our heads went, we chucked the towel in, and we might as well have walked off the pitch there because we'd been so good, so competitive. We've locked them in a game of chaos where we were actually looking dangerous. We were punishing them, we were hurting them, and they weren't able to live with it, really. We were creating chances, and we were really starting to just get a bit of a head of steam. And then we give them an easy goal. Brereton Diaz loses his man at the back post. We give him all the time in the world to just head it across goal into the corner. And then we give him chance after chance. And that's where it falls apart. I think they scored on 53 to go 2-1. On 55, Holgate just dallies on the ball, lets Gordon take it off him, runs in and overruns it, fortunately for us, because that makes it would have been 3-1, but no, it was still 2-1. We'd just about closed him down. You thought, right, maybe this gives us time to reset. Maybe they've missed the chance that comes immediately after we concede a goal. But no, we gave them another one on 57. So we concede, and then it's just immediately giving up chances, giving up chances, giving up chances. We've seen it all year. We see it constantly. Where we concede one, our heads go. We concede two, we concede three, we concede four. And that mental weakness is really going to hurt us. It's going to absolutely crucify us if we don't find a way to address that and actually start to compete with teams. We've got to be able to come from behind. We've gone ahead 10 times this season. We've scored the first goal, gone 1-0 up 10 times. We've only actually won 3 of those games. Other teams are able to go behind and react to it. They're able to then go, know what? Let's not concede again. Let's regroup, take a moment, and then we'll go back. We'll get ourselves into this game. We cannot do that. What we do is we go 1 goal behind, and then we say, well, we've probably lost now. Let them have another couple just to make sure, because we've just not got that fight in us. The third goal, it's the penalty. It's, it is what it is. Ultimately, United had a really good chance down at their end. We were unable to put it away. Keeper's made a really good save. We got them on the counter. Brereton Diaz gets it on the wing, cuts inside, telegraphs his shot a little bit, but Dubravka does well to save it. On the bounce out, they end up getting a free kick. Take the free kick quickly, and you've got Holgate 1-on-1 with Anthony Gordon. Gordon runs in down the wing. He gets fouled outside the box. The foul kind of continues into the box. It's close. It's not really close enough for me to be that mad about it, but it's close. The ref gives a penalty. The VAR sticks to the on-field decision. The reason that's important, of course, is because something else happens later on. And then they score the penalty. It was never really up for debate that he was going to miss, I don't think. Isak's a player in form, fantastic striker. And that was the game. The game was done from there. We concede another one from a corner. We concede repeatedly from corners. That's 2 from set pieces in this game. The deep free kick for the second, the corner for the fourth. The fifth, again, it's fairly nice play. They do well. They dribble through us. Nobody makes a tackle. We watch the player dribble around us, and then somebody does an emphatic finish, and it's 5 again. We've now conceded 97 goals so far this season. The record before this, I think, for a 38-game season was it 89? So 89 goals was the previous record. We've absolutely smashed past that derby. We talk about their points record, but you think no one's going to break their goals records. The other embarrassing things they had happen to them, but we've smashed through that this season. We're on track. We're at 97. We've got, 3 games left? We'll get well past 100. 100's the record for a 42-game season. That's what Swindon did. We'll be past that by next week. You know, our next game will definitely concede 3 because we concede a minimum of 3 every single week. And it's just happening time and time again. And so we come to that bit in the last minute where exactly the same thing that happened to Gordon happens to Bogle, only this time it's not a pen. And that just reinforced, though, you know, maybe we want to go down. Maybe we don't want to be in the Premier League anymore. Maybe we're fed up of VAR. We're fed up of not being competitive. We're fed up of being embarrassed by ourselves every single game, because that's what it's become. It's embarrassing week after week because we're mentally just not there. We're physically just not there because of our fitness. I could probably, now don't get me wrong, I don't like losing. I don't like being rubbish, but you can probably forgive players not being good enough. I don't think I can forgive them just chucking in the towel week after week. That's the thing for me. It's not that we're not good enough, because we showed for 45 minutes today that we can be good enough. We can be competitive. We can play against these teams. And yet, by the end of the game, we're embarrassed, we're battered, we're on the floor, and we're relegated, and we deserve to be relegated. And I don't know what else you can say to it than that, because that's where we are now as a club. We deserve where we are right now. We need a complete refresh. There are players here that I don't want to see play for Sheffield United anymore, that I don't want to see anywhere near Bramall Lane this time next season. They need to be out of the club, and we need to have a complete refresh, complete rebuild. We need a new squad built of players who are fit enough, who are hungry enough, who actually want to represent and show pride in the shirt for Sheffield United, not who are just there to collect a paycheck and chuck it in whenever they get the opportunity. I'm fed up of them. I don't want it anymore. What we need is just something new. Big recruitment, big changes, obviously new owner, but that'll come when it comes. But we need all of these things for us to ever not experience this again. I don't want to experience this again. If we are getting promoted again to the Premier League, we've got to be competitive, because doing it like this is not just, it doesn't just kill your excitement for going on a Saturday. Does anybody really want to go that often anymore? I'm getting fed up of watching us and watching this happen week after week. I'm ranty. I'm very ranty today, guys. And I can only apologise, but I'm fed up of watching us like this. It hurts. It's just one of those things where if we're going to get relegated, we knew there was a chance at the start of the year, but I don't think any of us thought it would be like this, and that we would go down in this pitiful manner where we are just letting the fans down week after week after week. Now, I'll come to a couple of your comments, and then I do have to shoot off. It's only a shorter match reaction that we've got today. I have got tickets to go see Michael McIntyre, and hopefully he will cheer me up a little bit, because I think I need a laugh based on how the last sort of 12 minutes has gone in terms of how ranty I have been. But yeah, Justin, echoing some of my thoughts here. It's a disgrace how unfit and how weak we are mentally. A game that we were well on top at 1-0, and it's a huge job for the summer. I think Hal said it on a video the other day. It's one of the biggest jobs that certainly in my time as a Sheffield United fan, there will never be a bigger, more important summer, because we have to rebuild everything about the club. Every single thing needs to be rebuilt. It's nice to see we've got some Newcastle fans in. I think it is worth shouting out that they were very, very good in the second half. They were clinical. They really punished us. They've got some players who are really exciting, and I think they will probably go on and get that last European slot. So, you know, fair play to them. Good luck. I'm glad that we don't have to play you again, because 13 conceded against you and been greatest experience, I don't think. I've not massively enjoyed playing Newcastle this season, but yeah, I agree. We did have a very good first half. Alessandro echoes the same. First half, superb, and then completely given up. Embarrassing, and a huge, huge change that we need to make. Similarly, I'm going through and I can see it's the same from everybody. All of the comments. Groundhog Day from John Fox Richardson. He says that it's Groundhog Day, where it's just the same problems week in, week out. We can only play one half of football. And that's all on the coaching, all on the fitness, because a professional footballer has got to be able to play for 90 minutes. If you can't play for 90 minutes, then what are we doing here? There's no excuse for not being fit enough to play 90 minutes. You can see here, Terry's in the chat. Now I will give everybody a spoiler alert. This is my mum. So, hi, mum. Thanks for watching. But she's completely right, and she's summing up what I'm saying there. We just need a change, and we need something new. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. As you can tell, I'm fed up. Sheffield United got relegated today away at Newcastle. But to be honest, I think we all knew that we actually got relegated on a day in August when we sold Illiman and Dye, and we lost so much from what we'd got in our squad, and we were never given a chance to compete. But that does not excuse what we've seen. I know that we all want to lay the blame at just the squad, just what we've got going there. But there are so many wider issues in the club at the moment, and not having the fitness and not being mentally ready to compete for 90 minutes against other clubs, that's what's unacceptable. If you're not good enough, that's fine. Burnley aren't good enough. Luton aren't good enough. I've seen other teams this season that are not good enough, but they all compete. They don't get battered week after week. They compete when they can. And we just seem incapable of doing that, because we've been let down by a group of players who don't care, and by ownership that unfortunately has just taken us as far as it can, because there's not the money there to properly rebuild this squad the way that we need it, and not enough to be competitive at this level. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. We're nearly there. It's nearly time to go back to the Championship. It's nearly time for us to actually, hopefully, enjoy football again. No more VAR. A team that hopefully we'll be able to be proud of this time next season. And hopefully a season where we can win more than we lose, and we can actually start to enjoy watching football again. Thank you for joining me. As I say, not the best day today, but we go again, and we always go again because we love them. And that's why we get so passionate, so angry, and so fed up. Up the Blades.